Hello peeps, thanks for popping by. Today I've got a special challenge. I have to make a birthday cake for my son James, who's turning 20. He was a Mother's Day baby, born on the 14th of May, but obviously tomorrow is not the 14th of May. As tomorrow is the 14th of May, I need to make his birthday cake. He has given me a challenge to make two cakes, peeps. The first cake is a banana cake and the second cake is a chocolate cake. So I'm all organised, ready to go. Enjoy the challenge. So the first cake we're making is a banana cake. I've got the recipe. Both recipes come out of the good old Edmonds cookbook. You should know where it comes from by now. If you don't, you need to start back at my number 1, cooking for peeps. Okay, so the recipe is in the Edmonds cookbook, as I said before, and it's the banana cake. So you'll need some bananas, obviously. First step in the process is to cream butter and sugar. So I need to get 125 grams of butter and get that softened. So I'm just going to add that into the measuring jug. We're just going to give it a bit of a melt in the microwave just to make it a little bit softer. Alrighty, so the butter has now melted. I only want it softened, so it doesn't need to be all liquidy. We're going to add the butter into the bowl. So we got 3/4 cup of sugar, add that into the bowl. And then we need to get out the little guns. We'll pop the little guns into the bowl and turn that on. Just remember to turn on the power. Oh, and hold the bowl. Hold the bowl so the sugar doesn't splash. She does it again. Then mix it round until it's nice and creamy. So you want it slightly fluffy like that. Then we need to add in two eggs. One egg and 2 eggs. So we've got the eggs in. We're now just going to mix that all together. The next thing we need to do is to add 2 cups of mashed ripe bananas. Now, I didn't have the best ripe bananas because when I was looking for the bananas that sit in our fruit bowl, there was a fly in there. So I thought, that won't be very good for our banana cake. So I threw them out and I went to the fruit market and got the best ripe bananas I could find. Pop it into the measuring cup. That's 1. So we've got to add in 2 cups. So this is the first cup into the mixture, and we'll add that into our mixture. Now we're going to mix the banana in with the flour mixture, and we've got to mix that in thoroughly. to do is add 2 tablespoons of hot milk. So I'll just pour 2 tablespoons of milk. I'll pop that into the microwave. So I'll pop that in for about 20 seconds until it's warm enough. The next step is to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then we give that a stir around, get the lid off, until it forms just a very liquidy type paste. And then we need to add that into our creamed mixture. So we'll just pop that in like so. And I'm just going to move that over to here. And we just fold that in to the banana and sugar mixture. The next thing we do is add 2 cups of plain flour. One cup, 2 cups. Then we need to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. All right, then we just mix together like so until it's formed into a lovely cake looking mixture. So it does say just fold it. You don't need to use your little guns. So the next thing we're going to do is grease the pan. Now, because I'm making 2 cakes, I was sort of undecided about how I was going to do this. And then I went to our Spotlight store and I found this 3 cake pan set. And this allows you to make layered cakes. It comes with 3 tins, and then if you're fancy enough and you want to do checkers, you've got this contraption that allows you to make like different square blocks, like the picture. But we're only doing the 2 cakes, and I'll show you what I'm going to do after that. Grease down the tins. I'll do both of them at the same time. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the pan that I've oil greased, and we're going to move over to here and pour in the mixture. We've got the banana cake mixture now in the pan, ready to go. The next step is to do cake number 2, which is the chocolate cake. The first step is to get 175 grams of softened butter. I've got the butter here cut. I just need to pop that into the microwave and just melt that down a little bit. We've just popped the butter into the microwave for about 20 seconds. So we'll now add the butter into the bowl. The next thing we're going to do is add a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Make sure it is the essence, not the extract. They have to... Make sure it is the essence, not the extract. They are 2 different consistencies. Putting in 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. That goes in with the butter. Then we need to add the sugar, and that is 1 1/3 cup of sugar. Then we need to cream this, so we'll get out the little guns and start getting that mixed together nicely. Now that that's mixed together, we're going to add in half a cup of cocoa. Pop that in. And I'll show you a secret before I move on to the next thing. I was watching a YouTube video, and if you don't have this in a container, to keep it fresh, you can do something like this. Watch and follow, peeps. Down, fold, press in, press in. So put the two corn, press them in like so, and then do that. And that saves you from having things falling out. The next step is to add 2 cups of plain flour. So we got 1 cup, and we got, so we'll just add the rest of the flour into the bowl like so. Now that we've put the flour in and the cocoa, we're just going to fold that in nicely until it mixes together beautifully. The next step is to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, and 1 cup. Next step is 1 cup of milk. Pour that into the mixture. Then we're going to mix that around with our little guns until it's all nicely mixed together. That looks beautifully mixed together. Then we have to do the old finger taste test. Hello, banana mixture. We're going to get the chocolate mixture to join you now. So we're pouring in all the chocolate into the pan. We've got our beautiful looking cakes, banana and chocolate. We're going to put them into the oven now. So the first one, the banana, is going to go in for 50 minutes, and then the chocolate one is going to go in for 30 minutes, and they're both going on 180. The timer's gone off and those cakes are looking magnifico. Time to pull them out and let them rest. This is our banana. And this is the chocolate. So while they're cooling down and looking great, we're going to make some chocolate icing. Should I get a wine? We need to sift 2 cups of icing sugar. I still haven't mastered this. Aim for 2 cups, nice cups, if you possibly can. And then sift. What I might do is this. Oh, there's an idea. All right, 2 cups. First cup, and then the second cup. Then we add a 1/4 teaspoon of softened butter. Then we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, oopsie daisy, essence. A little bit more than what we need, but doesn't matter. Then we're going to add a tablespoon of cocoa. It does say to sift, but we're just going to pop it in like so. Then we need to get some arm muscles going and add 2 tablespoons of water. Now I've heated this water up already, so I'm just going to gradually mix it through like this. So if it starts looking a bit rocky, I would suggest you add a bit more water to the mixture, but just gradually add it in until it starts getting softer. I've also added a little bit more butter in, just another 1/4 teaspoon to get it going. It's a bit like a fudge really at the moment, but I'm just going to keep working on it until it's nice and soft. Now we've got our chocolate icing nicely mixed together. I'm just going to give it a bit of a taste test. We're now going to take the cakes out of the pan. So what I'm going to do with these is just tip it upside down on a plate. This might be the best way to go about this. Give it the old and look at that. Pops out like magic. Now we're going to take the banana one out. Okay. Look at that. Two beautiful cakes, if I don't say so myself. I'm just going to turn that one over now. And I'm going to pop it on top like that. Now I thought, while I'm going to ice them on this little plate, and then I will transition it to our lovely plate over there. So I'm going to just put the icing on top, drizzle it around. So on top we have the banana, and on the bottom we have the chocolate. Now you could probably put some cream in the middle if you wanted to. It's really up to you, but I'm just sort of winging this one to see how it goes. Now I'm going to take it over to the fridge, pop it in for a few minutes just to help the icing set before I decorate the top. I've just popped the cake out of the fridge. Now we're going to put its decorations on. So I've got a few little pavlova decorations. With the magic of TV, I'm now going to put a special message on the cake. Oh, what a marvellous job. I love the magic of TV, don't you? I'm just going to finish off with a few little more pieces of fresh raspberries. Adds a bit of colour to the cake overload. And then I found these today in the supermarket. They're emoji faces. How appropriate. So I thought, which one will I pick? Which one do you think, cameraman?
Happy face. Second from the bottom. Yeah.
And we'll just pop that one about there. I'd like to wish my son James a very happy birthday and hope that he enjoys this wonderful, magnificent masterpiece. And that if you have a recipe you'd like me to try, give me a message via Facebook, Cooking for Peeps, and I'll give it a go. Thanks for watching.